demographics of Toronto itself, it's like, according to the UN, the most culturally diverse country in the world. You're going to get more nationalities represented there than anywhere else. I think part of that is because of the immigration policies in Canada. They're very open to immigration. They have very good policies in terms of like, it's easy for family to come over too. And so I think there's a big appeal there, and it's just a great city. It's very friendly to people of all different cultures, because that's almost become the city's culture itself, is that it has every culture. And so I think that it feels safe. You feel like you can come to Toronto and be who you are, which is nice. I liked that about Toronto a lot. In the city itself, there's a lot of Chinese speakers, whether that's Cantonese or Mandarin. I'd say that's probably one of the biggest demographic groups. There's also a lot of people from India. The apartment complex that I lived in, I was very much in the minority. Almost everybody in our complex was from India, and so that was fun. I didn't get to teach anybody from India, but I got to meet a lot of people and create some good friends that way, and so that was fun. There were times on my mission where I was teaching both Chinese speakers, and then the English missionaries, they teach all different nationalities, and so I was teaching some people from Slovenia. I was teaching some people from Romania. I taught a number of people from Africa and from Jamaica, those areas. We had, in terms of like language-speaking missionaries, we had Farsi-speaking missionaries, Korean-speaking missionaries, Cantonese, Mandarin, Portuguese, Spanish. There were some like other times where there's a couple other languages that got represented because people were able to come together, whether it was like a Tagalog speaking companionship or whatnot, but there was just tons of different languages. And on every single corner, you could find a different kind of restaurant, with food from a different part of the world, which was fun. You got to taste a little bit of everything. You got to brush up against all these different cultures. And while I was, primarily teaching, for most of my mission, I was teaching Chinese speakers. I was in a Chinese ward for 9 months of my mission. And then for the other 9 months, I was either in an English ward teaching exclusively Chinese people or in an English ward teaching English and Chinese people. So I definitely got to know that culture a lot more than the others. But it was fun, even though while I was being immersed more specifically in one culture, to still get to see the other cultures and see how all of these different cultures interacted, especially when I was in like the YSA wards, because you get people from all of the different language congregations, because they have so many all coming together as sort of young adults, and getting to see how people from all across the world would become friends and find these things in common and hang out. And that was always really fun. That people have best friends from every part of the world in Toronto, and I really liked that.